child, even yours, can become addicted to drugs.
I don't want to be that person. I'm a 19-year-old little white girl, and I'm addicted to heroin.
What you're going to see, it's shocking, but what you'll learn could mean the matter between life and death for someone you love.
I've lost everything. My family, my good friends.
What if I told you kids are now doing vodka shots in their eyes?
You can end up blind doing this. This is a water soaker with beer in it. You do that, you generate enough pressure, you actually can blow out your eyeballs.
Then, the doctors brings you gross anatomy.
Every bug imaginable I have seen in a year.
Trust us, this is the show everyone will be talking about.
Yes, they live in your eyelashes.
They actually like to burrow.
Excessive sweating down there.
You are not alone.
Actually, Botox would be a great way to go.
The health benefits of drinking
Urine.
and lose weight and look great with LL Cool J.
Throwing some fat and you get rolling, you throw in some carb.
That's right, how to shock your system into being skinny. And she was attacked by a bear.
Her face literally torn apart.
Days of surgery, thousands of sutures. Now she has a new face and a new life.
She's going to see it for the first time.
It's a must-see month of the doctors. Give us an hour and we'll make your May.
We've got the looks, unbeatable looks. We've got the styles, unbeatable styles. At Ross, you'll spend less and get more. You'll find unbeatable savings in store.
Ross has the same great brands as department stores at a fraction of the price.
Great brands, new styles, and so much more. You'll find unbeatable savings in store.
Ross, unbeatable.
Your car need painting after this long, rough winter? Waiting for your tax return to pay for it? Act now. Maaco has all its paint services on sale, no matter what your needs. Maaco's Ambassador Paint Service, now only $249. Better get Maaco, the collision repair shop that paints cars.
These are my mom's shoes. I walked in her shoes all 60 miles.
When they first told us she had breast cancer, I was scared to death. I thought that I was going to lose my best friend.
The 3-day walk is a life-changing experience. It's so filled with hope, with love, and support.
I don't want my daughter to have to go through what she went through.
I have to walk. I will walk.
Register today for the Susan G. Komen 3-Day for the Cure. Visit the3day.org to request your informational DVD and receive a free promise ring.
I never really got to have a say in whether or not I wanted to lose my mom, and I feel like having done this walk and having had this experience, I feel like I have finally had my say.
Susan G. Komen for the Cure, the global leader of the breast cancer movement. Register today for the Komen 3-Day for the Cure. Because everyone deserves a lifetime.
It all started with a drawer full of stuff, but then your husband bought a computer, you got a karaoke machine, and suddenly your stuffed drawer became a stuffed closet. And then you got some skis and a car for your daughter, and before you knew it, your drawer of stuff turned into a garage of stuff. And after a shopping channel marathon, a trip to the outlet mall, and a stuffed deer head, your stuffed drawer is now a house overflowing with stuff, and you've become the mayor of Stuffville. So how do you get your house and your sanity back? You visit publicstorage.com, call 800-44-STORE, or stop on by. They're right up the street. Public Storage. Problem solved. Phew. Reserve now, and your first month's rent is just $1.
Mortgage closing costs? I'll eat them to do your refi. This is a 15-year fixed market rate, not a jacked-up rate to cover the closing costs. Your bank won't touch it. So call 866-590-CASH. That's 866-590-CASH.
Do you know what a drool bridge is? When somebody's taking a drink and right when they pull away, you just see this gross, nasty piece of saliva attached from the straw to their mouth. Oh, it is so gross. When people use business cards or random objects at the table to pick food out of their teeth, it is disgusting. Ick, ick.
What makes you go, ew? Well, that's right. Today we're talking about the it factor. And well, you can imagine that doctors, we do see some fairly disgusting things. But what happens when those bad health habits actually affect your health?
I started chewing when I was 15 or 16 because it was the thing to do. And it went from just a fun adventure to a full-time addiction. I take a small pinch, put it in between my lips and my teeth, switch to the side, and nobody knows it's in my mouth. To try to quit chewing tobacco, I have used the patch. I have used nicotine gum. I tried hypnotherapy.
I smell it like if he throws it in the trash can. Sometimes he'll drop a little, so it'll be in the house somewhere. Or if he throws it in the kitchen sink, it'll come up after the dishwasher. He doesn't spit, he just swallows it. So it goes down his throat and his stomach, you know, every part of the body almost. And that concerns me because he's got 2 kids.
I've had a couple occasions where my kids have opened up a tin and eaten it.
I was like, oh my God, you know, it's gross. To me, it's poison.
If I keep chewing, I'm going to most likely end up with mouth cancer or some bone disease in my mouth, possibly lose parts of my mouth, possibly die.
It worries me because he's the father and he needs to be around. And then the other issue too is if my son thinks it's okay.
It's also the oral fixation and having something in my mouth. And if I could find a good substance replacement, put something in my mouth, I think the nicotine might not be so horrible to wean myself off of.
Scott is here with his wife, Jamie, as well as our good friend and dentist, Bill Dorfman. This is a legitimate issue for so many people. But Scott and Jamie are here because not only does this make people go, ew, it can cause legitimate long-term health problems beyond the ew factor.
Right. But Scott, you actually don't spit this stuff out, do you? No. You actually swallow it?
Oh, man,
I mean,
really?
do you know the statistics on this stuff that you're swallowing? 3 to 4 times more nicotine than cigarettes, and it contains 28 different carcinogens. So what does that mean in terms of risks, Bill?
Well, Scott, not only are you at higher risk for lip cancer, tongue cancer, cancer in the roof of your mouth, the floor of your mouth, your cheeks, your gums, but because you're swallowing this, your whole GI tract is at risk of cancer, starting from your throat, your esophagus, into your stomach, all the way down to your colon. And if that weren't bad enough, because you're using tobacco, you have an increased risk of heart disease, diabetes, and of course, periodontal or gum disease because it's sitting in your mouth. It's just bad all the way around.
Those are all the risks, but we have to acknowledge that nicotine is very addictive.
It's addiction.
One of the things, Scott, we want to do today is help you quit. We actually have Gruen von Behrens on the phone. He wants to send you a very important message. When Gruen was only 17, he actually developed mouth cancer after only 4 years of chewing tobacco. He's actually had his lower jaw, half his tongue, as well as some of his neck muscles removed. And I want everyone to listen to Gruen carefully. If you're at home and you use tobacco, and you in particular, Scott, his story is so powerful. Gruen, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you.
So you have the floor.
Scott, man, I tell you what, so many times I get put face to face with people